and roll, Chicago.
Hey, it's Ray and Mike, and we got some great information for you.
Yeah, we just wanted to remind you about the fundraiser for the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, which is taking place on October 27th at the Renaissance Center in downtown Joliet.
You'll be able to get tickets at Cadillac Groove shows. If you see Mike or myself somewhere, we'll have tickets. You can get them at the museum. They're only $5.
Also at CadillacGroove.com, you will be able to purchase them online as well.
Very good.
They're going to cost you $5 a ticket. There's going to be a $10 cover charge to get in the day of the event. And for your $10, we will give you 2 more additional tickets as well as some Cadillac Groove swag. And the lucky grand prize winner will win the band Cadillac Groove.
And winner must be present to win. So remember that.
And Cadillac Groove will play for whatever event it is that you would like for us to play for. You know, conditions do apply.
That's true.
We do have
so
to
get
say
out
that.
there and get your tickets right away.
Coming to you from the studios at the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, it's the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and roll, Chicago. Rock and roll, Chicago, my hometown. Well, I was born in the city, gonna rock your city, Chicago. Chicago rock and rollers are the best year out around.
Hey, everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this here is Hollywood Mike.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, sir. And salutations.
Running a little late today?
Yeah, a little bit. I was coming from Oswego today.
Oswego. That's where the great ones are. No, that's not it. No,
I like to go out to Oswego because I get to wear my boots and my hat and go out to farm fields and stuff like that. Yeah.
What do you do out in the farm field?
I'm watching guys take soil samples.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Then I had to drive over here in the traffic.
What do you do with these soil samples?
I do nothing with them. I just show them how to use the equipment to extract it.
Oh.
Doctor. Who the heck was that?
I don't know. Who was that?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. It sounded like a nuclear reaction.
I know.
And you know what happens then?
Yeah,
there's the aftermath.
The aftermath. Yeah, exactly.
That's who's here. It's the aftermath.
All right. We got
How's everybody doing?
In the studio tonight.
Good.
Hey, how you guys? Excellent. Well, why don't we get around the table here and just kind of do the kindergarten thing and introduce yourselves and tell everybody what you do in the band.
Well, my name's Norm Daisy. I'm from LaPorte, Indiana, and I play the bass guitar.
And I'm the OG too.
Have you been here before? Never. It was your Doppler.
I have a lot of doppelgangers.
Doppelganger, yeah.
The doppelflappelgangers. Okay, there's something like that. All right.
All right, I'm Maggie Gravetti. I'm the drummer, singer, and I'm from Lowell, Indiana.
All righty.
Shane Corsell from LaPorte, Indiana, guitar player, singer.
Pamela Rocha. I'm from Crown Point, Indiana. I play keyboard and also help with the vocals.
All right.
And forget guitars.
Yeah, I forgot the guitar today, so we'll have to sing a cappella.
Why would you ask the keyboard player to bring the guitar?
Exactly.
She's blaming it on me, but I did ask her. She has a nicer guitar than I do.
Okay.
And it sounded good. So I said, "Do we bring her a guitar?" She goes, "Sure." That's my excuse.
Gotcha. And then you didn't bring the guitar.
And Shane and I both have probably 8 guitars between us, and she didn't bring her one.
Oh, so it's her fault. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
I bring everything: set lists, cough drops.
Yeah. Our secretary
to make change at night. Yeah.
So I looked you guys up online, and I was trying to find you guys, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say you guys are not Aftermath, the thrash metal band from Chicago.
Not even close.
You guys get that a lot, don't you?
Yeah. Actually, about 6 months ago, I got a call from an Aftermath band from Canada who was signed with Sony.
Right.
And they were threatening to, we found an Aftermath logo online. It looked pretty cool. So we put it on our website or on our Facebook, and they got their hands on it. They saw it. They're like, "That's our logo. You got to get rid of that or we're going to sue you." So the next gig, it was off the drumhead. And yeah.
Right. Got the cease and
They were
desist
cool
letter.
about it and everything. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to pay for someone to make us,
Yeah. Well, if you really wanted to, you could have probably raised a stink because I looked up Aftermath, right? I always do that, right? About 12 different bands came up. The first one that came up was this thrash metal band from Chicago. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. Right. And I listened to a lot of their music.
Sorry to disappoint.
I listened to a lot of their music. It was thrash metal, but it was, it was like modern thrash where it was actually really, melodic, danceable, if you can even say that. And then there's like 12 other bands that are also called Aftermath. So how come you're the ones getting the cease and desist? Because it seems to me like there should be other ones that are fighting for that
Because
name.
they didn't use their logo. They have their own logo.
Yeah, could be. But you know what it is? They're afraid of you guys because you're probably better than they are.
I think we are.
That's what it is.
At least the one that wanted to sue us, I think we're better than them.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. It's always the little guys that scream the loudest. So what kind of stuff do you guys play?
You want to do it?
Oh, God. Primarily classic rock, but we mix in a variety of stuff. People like to dance and hear disco and other things. So
Right.
we do everything.
So what inspired you to join a classic rock band?
I was the latecomer. I've been with them 2 years, and I was raised on rock. My dad always had me in the garage with him and had rock and roll on. So that's just my roots. Actually, my roots are classical piano, but I listened to everything growing
Well
up. So
played on it.
Yeah.
I do play it.
I mean, that's the reason why I asked her that, because I mean, I'm looking at her and she looks like, she's classically trained. Right. Yeah. And I'm thinking Debbie Boone, stuff like that.
That's classical to you?
Yeah. But no, I mean, valid question though. So were you always a keyboardist, piano player, or?
Yeah. I started at the age of 10 and was playing by ear before that. Finally started lessons and took private lessons for a really long time, and just, developed on my own after that to just every genre that I could.
Right.
So,
right. Then obviously decided, okay, guitar. And so if I'm going to play guitar, I'm going to get a kick-ass acoustic and make sure that it's better than the other people's in my band.
That's right. Everybody else
Yeah.
wants to play it.
I do play guitar, just not typically in that band, but for fun at home.
Yeah. Typical story. Put yourself in the position, because I know you've done this before. I know you've worked sound and stuff like that before. Put yourself in the position where you go to a gig, right? And you go to the guitar player and you say, "You ready? Where's your guitar?" I asked her to bring it for me. You mean you didn't bring your guitar to the gig? How many times is that going to happen?
We're here for an hour. We're here for an hour, right? Yeah. Just give it to him for an hour. Let him have it for the whole hour.
So tell us about it there, Mr. Invisible. Actually, he's an air guitarist.
Yeah, he's
That's
an air
what it
guitarist
is.
tonight. Yeah.
Tell us about yourself.
I got nothing, man.
He doesn't. He's got nothing. Nothing with him.
Literally. Yes. We thought we had a good plan. Just didn't work out this time,
It happens.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. So how long you been in this band?
I started this band back in 2012. Me and Norm, and we've gone through a couple different players, drummers, and singers. We actually have another singer in the band that's out right now due to some vocal cord issues. He's having surgery next month.
Oh, wow.
But we've been doing it because these girls sing like birds. They're great. So we just kept doing our 4-piece thing.
Okay.
And hoping he gets better. And because with him, it's a different dynamic. We do a lot more heavier stuff. Stuff we're doing here is a lot of harmonies and kind of yacht rocky, if you want to go there. It's kind of it's dance, but it's cool stuff. Christopher Cross, but we'll cross over to Rush and Foreigner and stuff like that also. Yeah. But it's cool music that a lot of people don't play. Toto, a lot of Toto,
right,
things like that. So it's working out really well.
Now I wish you really had a guitar with you, because if you're playing some Toto and stuff like that, you got to rip, man.
Yeah, we're kind of proggy if you want. If you want to go that way, we're a little proggy. This girl here, Maggie, the drummer. She's got some chops. She played in a band called Take a Bite. That every night I had off from the band I used to play, and I would go out and see the Take a Bite band. They were all because of her. She was just killer.
Yeah. I got to tell you, and please take this in the best possible way, right? Because I'm seeing a gimmick here. Because if I saw you guys walking down the street right now, there's no way I'm thinking, okay, this is a band that plays prog rock.
It's not. I shouldn't say prog, but Rush. If you guess, you can call Rush proggy. A little bit. But Phil Collins, Genesis.
I thought he said frog.
Frog rock.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. My hearing's not that good.
Well, that keeps dance floor hopping,
Oh no, I think we have competition for dad jokes here tonight. You have absolutely no idea. So finally, we have all kinds of different genres, on the show, and we always talk about people who are doing like yacht rock, because yacht rock is a thing nowadays. It really is. And people don't even realize, well, what does that term mean? And then you start naming, Christopher Cross, Toto, Ace. I absolutely love the band Ace and Ambrosia and bands like that. I love that stuff. And all of that stuff is coming back again. Every single bit of it. And every time I play something like that for somebody, they're like, oh, this is pretty cool. Where'd this band come from?
It's also difficult.
The 60s and the 70s.
It's difficult to play.
It is.
It's not easy music to play.
No, it is not easy music to play. And trust me, because just recently I've been involved in a project where they said, well, we got to do something from Ace. Okay, great. Let's do something from Ace. And we literally started going down the list of songs going, yeah, no. Okay, this one only has 4 chords. Let's go with that one. Yeah, that's pretty much the way it's gone.
Yeah.
So how's that being received? I'm assuming you're doing well with that.
Very well. You still got your people in the bars that want to hear Sweet Home Alabama and Mustang Sally.
Right.
But the diehards are coming out every weekend to hear us.
And we don't play it.
No, we won't play it.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
I mean, God bless the guys. There's plenty of bands out there that'll do it for us. We don't have to do it. So we do a lot of the stuff that other bands don't want to cover, whether they can't or don't want to put the effort into it. But yeah, we work hard at practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of B-sides.
A lot of B-sides. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of stuff that's one of our things. We want to play a show when people come up to you and say, man, you guys, I've never heard a band do that song before. That's what we go for, something different.
Right. Is it? Would you say it's more of a dance set than a listening kind of set, or what
We
would you say?
typically do a concert set, our first set, then the second set we'll get into some dance music and get people dancing, kind of wet their whistle, and then go back to the stuff we like to play.
Right. Well, what would you say is your favorite out of all that?
Man, there's a lot of good ones. I don't know. I love the Toto. I love the Rush. The Genesis, that kind of stuff, with the 7/8 timing and stuff like that.
Right.
We get into that. We do a lot of Deep Purple too, some Deep Purple, I should say. So we'll dive down into some of that. And
Yeah, I don't know, man. The yacht rock is maybe a quarter of what we do.
Okay.
Not even.
no, I think
Not even.
But it all depends on how you're defining yacht rock, because if you go and listen to the yacht rock station on Spotify or someplace like
It's
that,
always on in my car.
all those bands that you've just named are being classified as yacht rock nowadays. And some of these things are like, you got to be kidding me. When I was in high school, there's no way they would have classified that as yacht rock. But it's yacht rock nowadays. Yeah. That's what they're calling it. I hear Rush and I hear Toto and I hear Deep Purple on the same station as I hear Pablo Cruz. It's all in that same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought Pablo Cruz was a great band.
Oh,
One of my favorites.
I absolutely love
thought
that.
they were good.
I consider that yacht rock.
Yeah. I absolutely love that band. Yeah, it's all, like I said, it's all coming back. Whenever, and I was born in the early 70s. I was born in 1970. Whenever I hear any of that stuff, I'm back in the back seat of the 71 Chevy Chevelle and heading down the highway with the parents. It's interesting.
It's kind of morphed into this because we used to play a lot of Def Leppard, AC/DC, Boston, and Journey, a lot of Journey, which that's kind of yacht rocky too, really. But without Billy, we've had to go with the girls.
Yeah.
They're not singing AC/DC, right? So they sing 80% of our music.
Right.
So,
We had Billy. He was like a parrot. Whoever he sang, he sang it sound just like Steve Perry. He'd sound
like AC/DC.
He'd sound just like Bon Scott.
Wow.
Chris Stapleton.
Anybody he sang, whether country or rock, he sounded just like it.
Right.
Every day's a holiday when your lips meet mine. The music's keeping time with our love. You are here, and so am I. The weather's quite divine. So pass me around your wine, love you all I need is just one hit to get me by. 'Cause when you're here with me,
We really missed him, or still miss him. But since he's down, these two girls stepped up, and it's like we do different music. We're doing even some ABBA and some Fleetwood.
we added a Sade song, which Norm likes to call her Sadie, but
And Adelaide.
Adele is Adelaide. But-
Well, maybe you guys can't answer this, but there's two schools of thought on that. There's people that they sound like the singers that they're covering because they purposely are trying to sound like the singer that they're covering, or there's some people that sound like the singer they're covering simply because they change the syllables and the use of the word.
No, honestly, on
He's
a
chameleon.
tape, he sounds like the singer. It's not because he put the twang into it or whatever have you. No, he actually literally sounds like it. He's how do you do that from the Doobie Brothers dude?
Michael
Michael McDonald.
Bill used to do that. We'd crack up at practice. He sounds just like Michael
Yeah.
McDonald.
Well, you just got to pretend you have like a mouthful of gummy bears to do with that. You don't know me, but I'm your brother.
Yeah, and he actually does a little better than that, but that was pretty good, dude. I'll give it to you.
Doing something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
And I'd say Pam's wheelhouse would probably be
Very slick.
McVie from Fleetwood,
Okay.
just like her. And Maggie's, she hates this, but she sounds like Melissa Etheridge or Rod Stewart. She got that real rasp in her voice, a lot of soul.
Yeah.
That's kind of her deal.
Yeah. God, I wish we had a guitar now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but we were going to do Kyrie.
We were going to do Kyrie by Mr. Mister.
Were you really?
Yeah, tonight when we were going to.
Well, you know what? That can totally be done a
You
cappella.
can.
Yes, they could.
That could totally be done a cappella. And I bet you it would sound fantastic. And I think you should try. And if it doesn't, we'll just cut it out.
There you go. You guys have the edit button.
That's the beauty of taping it because we can we can edit it out if you guys are up for it. Yeah. So as long as we're talking about Maggie, the drums, huh? So how old were you when you went to your parents and said, I want to play the drums, and they rolled your eyes at you?
I never had that, which is why I think I'm as good as I am.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not the best drummer in the world. Don't get me wrong, but my dad was a music teacher, so
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. That helps to ease
he
the pain a little
encouraged
bit.
it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did your dad play?
He was a sax player. He played for Mitzi Gaynor, Liberace.
Amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes, he did a lot of gigging.
Okay. And where'd you grow up?
Valparaiso, Indiana.
In Valparaiso. Okay. Wow. That's interesting. You always, you don't know about, I mean, you've got the working musician next door, somebody should write a book about that, about the working musician next door. I found out, years after being in a band with somebody, I don't know why we never talked about it before, but I was in a band with somebody for years, like literally close to 10 years one time. And then I found out that his uncle was one of Frank Sinatra's band leaders. It's like,
crazy.
How come you never talked about that before? Kind of thing.
Oh, Frank.
Well, the Radisson, remember the Radisson, was that Holiday Star Theater?
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Once my dad started getting calls,
Right.
he got to play a lot of those shows, which was really cool. The OJs, and if they needed a sax player, they call my dad.
What's there now? It's not the
empty lot.
A parking lot.
Nothing.
And did they level it?
They leveled it. It
Wow, I didn't even realize that. That shows you how long I've been out that direction.
was a sad day. Been gone a while.
Yeah.
It did get a reprieve once. They were going to shut it down, but then they kept it for just a little while. And
Yeah, I think Styx was the last show.
yeah,
Or no, not Styx.
It was
what's his name?
Oak Ridge Boys, wasn't it?
the
No, it was
Oak Ridge
Dennis
Boys were
DeYoung.
always there.
Always there.
Dennis DeYoung's band. I think I went and saw the last one.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. When did that close down?
It
I
had
must
to be
have been
12,
under a rock.
15 years ago.
It was that long ago?
Yeah.
No,
No, not that
way.
long.
I want to say 4 or 5.
That's what I was going to say. 4 or 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, now we have to figure it out. Yeah, because I think it was this place. I saw ZZ Top there.
With Foreigner.
They played there a lot.
Yes, with Foreigner. Yeah, I thought that was you.
That's why you know him.
And you're wondering how you knew me.
Yeah, that was it. Okay.
That was the guy
interesting.
streaking across the stage.
Yeah. So how did you end up with this band? Like, I'm assuming you've done things with other people over the years as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I was kind of done.
Okay.
I was 16 years in the same band. And
What band was that?
Take a Bite,
Okay. Take a Bite.
couple of albums, and really worked hard.
Yeah.
And then, it had its changes, and it just kind of fizzled out. Nobody really wanted to do it anymore. And I was kind of done.
Mhm.
And then I just get this random call, and I knew him from the band Naughty, and I didn't know Norm. And I knew the keyboard player.
Surprise!
Yeah, and I went and heard him, and I was like, this could be fun. This could be really fun. This guy can rip. One of the best guitar players I've ever heard of.
I'm listening to the music that you're playing. That's obvious to me because I'm a guitar player, and I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have the time or the patience to try and learn anything by Steve Lukather.
Yeah,
He's tough.
yeah. And then I love the singer too, and I always sang in Take a Bite. Did 85% of the songs. That's when Melissa Etheridge was popular, and I do sound like her. So we would do all Melissa shows. It was kind of a specialty thing for a while. And then I didn't want to sing anymore. I was just throwing in some harmonies here and there.
Yeah.
And now I'm back at it.
Well, there you go. There you go. Now, what were your influences growing up?
I didn't have anyone particular.
No.
I was a Steely Dan freak
Yeah.
and a Toto freak. All that stuff. I like the hard stuff.
So there's a common thread there. Okay.
There is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a common thread for sure.
Excuse me. I have a bulletin coming through. Yeah,
When did it close?
December 17th, 2017. The final show was the Oak Ridge Boys. The only says they're the only group to perform there every year since it was open.
That's
Wow.
great.
Well, I know it was
Elvira.
so
I was
7 years.
totally about to do that myself. Yeah.
Back to you, Mike.
Yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. Not even know where I was going with
Look
that.
that up.
Well, should we just go to weather now, or
Yeah, we can go to weather now. Yeah, yeah. No, what was I saying? I was in the process. I was completing a thought.
you were talking about her drumming and who her influences were?
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
You mean drumming
Steely-
influence?
Yeah, well,
Steve Gadd,
I guess-
Jeff Porcaro.
Yeah. Music or drummers, either or. Yeah. Yeah. Steely Dan, I know what I was going to say. Steely Dan is the band that, for me anyway, when I first heard them, didn't want anything to do with them. And it was like within the last 10 years that I decided, yeah, I kind of like the tone of that guitar.
Oh my God.
And it was the
Same.
guitar tone. It was the guitar tone that attracted me to the band. It wasn't the singing. It wasn't the harmonies. It wasn't the songwriting. It was the tone of the guitars. And I know they've had several different guitar players, but they all seem to kind of sound the same in a way. There's like a common thread with all of them. And yeah, I think my favorite was Skunk Baxter, to
And
be honest.
different singers too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And they didn't tour for the first 10 years of their existence.
Yeah, they
They
hardly
didn't
ever
need
toured.
to. That's the best part about them.
Yeah, they
They
sold
were making
albums.
money.
That's what it was. I don't like lazy musicians. Okay. No, that's interesting. All right.
Awesome group.
So the doppelganger. Your turn.
So
I have a feeling this is going to be good. We're going to go all the way. This is going to be good. We're going to go all the way back. Right.
well, I am the OG, so
Yeah. Yeah. Always a bass player, or did you start off as a guitar player?
I played guitar when I was a kid and
Okay.
went to bass when the church group couldn't find a bass player. So I sucked it up and became a bass player.
Isn't that the way it always goes? It's either, well, we couldn't find a bass player, so I turned to bass.
Yep.
Or we got 3 guitar players here. You're the worst one, so here's the bass.
Well, that too.
There's only 4 strings.
How long have you been playing?
Since I was 6, and I'm
Wow.
But I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're seasoned.
Very.
Yeah. Have you played in the most band, done the most stuff out of everybody in the group?
I don't think so. Played in many bands in many years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So take me back to take me back to high school for you, and like, what was the music you guys were listening to in high school?
High school, I was still in. I said just got out of gospel. I guess got out of gospel music and hit the bar scene.
Gospel music,
Hard.
Yes,
gospel music, and then hit the bar scene.
yes, in like probably in like a 2-month period.
So you were, I mean, you were truly raised on gospel music,
Yes.
and that was your introduction to the music theme. Excellent. So where do you go from there? At the bar,
I go to a 16-year-old kid playing in the bars 3 nights a week for 9 months straight, same bar.
Right. Wow.
Saw everything there was to see.
Yeah, I bet.
And by the time I was 17 years old,
What bar was that?
it was called the Golden Lion.
The Golden what?
Golden Lion
Golden Lion.
in,
Okay.
in LaPorte, Indiana.
All right. Wow.
It's on Maine. Get it?
No, hey, actually, it was kitty corner from the police department downtown, and every night the law was there.
I don't believe he said it was on Maine.
Just came to me.
I like it.
Yeah.
Because of that, yeah. I mean,
So when you started getting into, I guess, not gospel, or should we call it secular music, was it stuff that kind of was influenced by gospel?
no, because when we left that, it became I finally got my introduction to the Beatles in the 60s and stuff. In the 70s is when I was behind everything.
Okay. All right.
You know, so a lot of Elvis back in the day.
Well, that's gospel influenced for sure.
True, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Well, I think we're going to try and experiment.
I think so.
I think we should try and experiment. So let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Get some sponsors to help us pay the bills. That was a joke.
That definitely is a joke because there are no sponsors.
And we'll be back in a few minutes.
We'll be right back.
All right.
You're listening to the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
Rock and roll Chicago.
Hey, it's Ray and Mike, and we got some great information for you.
Yeah, we just wanted to remind you about the fundraiser for the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66, which is taking place on October 27th at the Renaissance Center in downtown Joliet.
You'll be able to get tickets at Cadillac Groove shows. If you see Mike or myself somewhere, we'll have tickets. You can get them at the museum. They're only $5.
Also at CadillacGroove.com, you will be able to purchase them online as well.
Very good.
They're going to cost you $5 a ticket. There's going to be a $10 cover charge to get in the day of the event. And for your $10, we will give you 2 more additional tickets as well as some Cadillac Groove swag. And the lucky grand prize winner will win the band Cadillac Groove.
And winner must be present to win. So remember that.
And Cadillac Groove will play for whatever event it is that you would like for us to play for. You know, conditions do apply.
That's true.
We do have
so
to
get
say
out
that.
there and get your tickets right away.
Rock and roll Chicago, my hometown.
Hi, I'm Rick Anthony. I'd like to thank my radio brothers, Ray the Roadie and Hollywood Mike, for allowing me to tell you about my podcast, the Someone You Should Know podcast. We spotlight musicians, authors, and interesting people, and we like to say we're making a difference one artist at a time. The podcast is heard twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, and you can check it out on your favorite streaming platforms and on the web at someoneyoushouldknowpodcast.com. That's the Someone You Should Know podcast with me, Rick Anthony, making a difference one artist at a time.
I'm Christy from Crime Cave Podcast. I've had a huge interest in true crime since my days of watching marathons of Snapped back in the mid-90s. I needed an outlet to talk about the cases that have haunted me for a very long time. With each episode under 20 minutes, I shine a light on some of the most bizarre cases in the last 50 years. Join me in the Crime Cave.
And here we go for the first time tonight, the aftermath.
I think this is going to be really good.
Me too.
Yeah.
Shane's got
Yeah.
perfect
Too
pitch,
high,
so
go
he
down.
knows.
The wind blows high.
That's what you be.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
The wind blows hard against this mountainside, across the sea into my soul. It reaches into where I cannot hide, setting my feet upon the road. Kyrie lays down the road that I must travel. Kyrie lays through the darkness of the night. Kyrie lays where I'm going, will you follow? Kyrie lays on the highway in the night. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Kyrie lays down the road that I must travel. Kyrie lays through the darkness of the night. Kyrie lays where I'm going, will you follow? Kyrie lays on the highway in the night.
They brought their fans with them. See, I told you that was going to be awesome.
That was good.
That was the harmonies are fantastic. That was great. We did that. I can't remember if we talked about it live or not, but they didn't bring an acoustic guitar with them. We punished them. We said, you know what, you're going to do this a cappella.
That's right.
And they did it a cappella and they nailed it.
Mm-hmm. People must pay for their mistakes.
Yeah, that's right.
On the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast.
You guys work on the harmonies because when I go out and see a band, harmonies make it. You can have an average band with great harmonies and everything's great. You can have a great band with horrible harmonies and it's just like, it just doesn't work.
I totally agree.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. That was fantastic. Wow.
That was.
So who's your music director?
Shane.
All right. So
he gets on our butt a lot. My butt a lot. He lets the girls
I pick
slide.
on Norm more than anybody else.
Yeah. Well, he's got the broad shoulders, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't pick on the ladies.
And he's my best friend. We've hung out for the last 35 years playing music together. So
yeah,
we're like brothers, So.
And they're scared of us.
Yeah. Well,
that's the real story.
Say that again.
Nope.
Plus, Maggie cooks very well for us, and I want to keep her happy.
Well, there you go.
Like
that's
last
great.
night, we got together and had a little practice, and we had
with Pam's
with
guitar.
The guitar.
Yeah, with the guitar. Yeah.
So that's where it is. Yeah. So let's have this conversation right now because I want to make sure that people can figure out how to find you guys. How do people find out where you're playing and get all the information?
I'm the organized person.
Okay. Except for when you're supposed to bring
Except for this one moment of my life. I know. I have spreadsheets for everything and I didn't make one for today, and that's why.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So you're the web host or you're the web manager.
Yeah.
She's the bulldog. She's the one who goes out there and hits the streets and gets us gigs.
Okay. So what's your website?
We're on Facebook. We also have an EPK. So facebook.com/The Aftermath Music is our Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
theaftermath.bandzoogle.com is our EPK.
Okay.
And that's what we have currently. We have some videos on YouTube. If you type in The Aftermath
in Indiana,
you would find some too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You guys doing all your own bookings and everything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been primarily me. Shane will do some too.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And what kind of places are you playing?
All over, bars, festivals, casinos.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything.
We'd like to play more in Chicagoland.
True.
Yeah.
We're still in Indiana, but we'd like to be out here more.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
we need to get a hold of DeMarco, and I'm sure you guys know him.
Everybody knows him.
Everybody knows.
We need to get a hold of him and see if he can help us.
Yeah.
Are you out there? You listening?
Yeah. I don't know. If Joey DeMarco listens to this program, that would be a thing. Let me tell you.
Yep.
That would be a thing. So, hey, and Joey, we're looking for sponsors.
Yes, that's right. We sure are.
Hey, it might not be a bad idea for him to listen. You might find a diamond in the rough and get him a band up to sponsor,
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So where do you, let's try that again.
Try that again.
Where are you guys playing? Say like,
after August 13th.
Yeah. Right.
August 13th?
Yeah. Well, today's August 13th. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Where are we playing? Let's see.
That was the 12th.
Yeah.
August 13th. Well, the three of us have a trio, which we do a lot of yacht rock in, and we call it Three's Company.
Another cease and desist coming now. I see that.
Come and knock on our door.
So the three of us will be playing at a country club in, where is that? Michigan City area. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
But Aftermath, let's get after it.
Yeah.
After the 13th.
After the 13th.
Lake of Four Seasons Clubhouse.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to know somebody to get in there. It's a community, and you have to tell. It's a long story. We'll blow that one off. Mill Pond Fest in Union Mills, Indiana. They'll have fireworks, but good food, a lot of food vendors, games, things like that. We'll be the 5 to 8 that night, right?
That's the 24th.
But our schedule is on our Facebook.
Right.
You got an events thing on there?
Yeah, we have an events thing on there.
Okay.
She's always posting events like months before. You'll find out where we're playing.
You got a lot of same people. Like you got a following going out there to see you guys.
Yeah, we're getting there.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Any stalkers?
Oh, yeah.
One.
You always have stalkers, right?
You do too.
Hey, you know you've made it when you have 3.
Oh, well,
I'm still at 2.
then where's all my money? Because
Boy, that's great.
man.
That's great. So what has to happen for this coming year for you guys in order to say, hey, we had a successful year as a band? What are you looking to do?
We did it. We filled the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't-
Yeah?
just
We-
playing weekly together and keeping
It's
the
a
music
lot.
tight and having time to rehearse, add music that we love playing. That's hard that no one else is playing because it's challenging.
and keeping
That's a
it fresh.
success for us. Yeah.
Our couple new shows. I like when we had new shows, like a different festival here, or like the Bulldog or whatever. There's a couple we're playing here. Plus, it's one out by Hammond or whatever, Whiting.
Mm-hmm.
Just to me, a new festival is something different. So you ain't playing the same clubs, you ain't playing the same rotation all the time.
Right. Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Our goal as a band is to kind of make people's mouths drop a little bit when we play, because we're a local band. You're not going to see a lot of really, really good local bands play. So when we play, we see them watching us and they're like talking, and that's more rewarding than anything. No, it's the best feeling in the world because we're playing songs that other bands don't do. So it kind of feels like our own because no other bands do it, even though it's not. But
has anybody in the group dabbled in any original music?
A little bit.
Everybody, yeah.
Yeah. Any aspirations as a band, or no? Just kind of keep it.
No,
cover
we're
thing?
all old. Well, Pam's the only young one, but we're all old. We just want to play, have fun, and make people happy. That's our goal.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you guys working on like right now? What are you going to add to the set list eventually?
Our next practice consists of a Steely Dan, pegged by Steely Dan.
Nice. Wow.
Awesome.
Lonesome Loser by Little River Band.
I love Little Rubber Band. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another band that I discovered later in life. I absolutely love them.
Yeah, they're great vocalists.
Yep.
What's the Dawkins song you want to do?
Fooling Yourself
In My
by
Dreams?
Styx.
Oh, yeah. Fooling Yourselves by Styx.
Yep.
In My Dreams by Dawkins.
Okay. Now
That's our next
that's the one that's kind of like
well,
out in left field.
That's the one we used to play a lot of. That was 50% of our material with Billy was in the band.
Right.
A lot of harder rock, Skid Row, Def Leppard,
Right.
stuff like that. We've kind of morphed into this because none of us really sing that type of music. So, but we're having a ball with it,
And so Billy is his name, you're saying?
Bill Jones. Yeah.
Bill Jones. So he's more of almost like a metal guy if he can sing all that stuff, huh?
But he can sing country. I played the country band with him called Hoosier Highway for about 3 years.
Okay.
And he can sing. He can nail country too.
Sing anything.
Right.
It's
right.
crazy when you hear him sing.
Oh yeah. I mean, vocals are vocals. The mechanics and everything are all the same.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody that's just a metal singer, unless you're talking about the guys, from AC/DC. I mean,
Yeah.
A real metal band. Yeah, that's all they do.
yeah. So, okay. Excellent.
Yeah, we were dipping into pretty heavy stuff, some Disturbed and Rage Against the Machine and Limp Bizkit and stuff like that.
Right.
Now we toned it back down to this harmony thing,
Yeah.
our strengths, I think.
I think that's great what you guys are doing,
Yeah.
with the harmonies and everything. I mean, the last thing we need around here in this area is another like classic rock band doing the same, like we said earlier. I don't need to hear "Don't Stop Believing" again.
Yeah.
I don't.
Neither do we.
Yeah. And you mentioned Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh, here we go again.
His favorite song.
Gosh,
Yeah.
That is not my favorite song. I hate that song. I go sit off on stage left while they do it.
that's right.
I think that's what people like too, that they know when they come out and see us, they're not going to hear that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great song. The song, just we don't need somebody else doing it. Again.
Right.
We don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do Firewoman by the Cult. We do some heavy
That's
stuff.
good. Yeah.
No One Knows.
No One Knows by Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, nice. That's a great song.
It is a great song.
That's a great song.
So
I was
we
in the
do
band.
do
We've done
some
that
heavy
one before
stuff.
too.
We try to throw people curveballs here and there and like, they're doing that song.
Oh, jeez,
Shoot him.
Gosh, what is wrong with him? See, I don't know. I can dress him up. What about a glockenspiel? You guys going to add a glockenspiel to the band anytime soon?
We
That's
did.
his thing.
Accordion.
He's on a quest to find a glockenspiel.
We did find a band that
Wants
said they got a
glockenspiel.
glockenspiel.
Yeah. But I think they were simulating it though on a keyboard or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably
Right.
trying to just appease me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we're going to let these guys go and find the glorkenspiel. So the next time they come back, they can bring the
Actually, go find the guitar.
Next time they come back, they can forget the glockenspiel.
All righty, guys. Thanks for coming out. This was a lot of fun.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
We'll see you out there.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
Man, that acapella was killer.
That was really cool.
That was a great idea.
I can't, man, they were hesitant at first, but man, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had some great harmonies.
They blew me away. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. What was that band? Aftermath.
Yeah. I just remember that. All I remember is the acapella. I don't remember the name of the band.
Aftermath is social studies, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Also, what happens after a nuclear explosion.
Yeah, that's right.
Or a tsunami or a hurricane or pretty much anything. Yeah, as the after. It's like when we're done with this podcast, there will be an aftermath.
There will be an aftermath.
There will be an
Yes.
aftermath.
Yes, there will.
So, as always, I want to thank you for checking us out on the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast. Check us out every Tuesday for another exciting new episode. See you next week. Hey, everybody, it's Ray the Roadie.
And this is Hollywood Mike of the Rock and Roll Chicago podcast. If you've been enjoying our weekly program, we have great news for you. Just tune in to Road to Rock Radio on Mondays at 7 p.m. Central Time, and you can hear a rebroadcast of one of our past episodes. Then again on Thursdays at 7 p.m., you can hear our most current episode brought to you by the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum on Route 66.
So go to roadtorock.org, scroll down and click on radio station. That'll bring you to the Road to Rock Radio, a station committed entirely to the great music from Illinois, from Chicago blues born on Maxwell Street to today's rock and roll and everything in between. 24/7, all music with its roots in Illinois.
The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast is edited by Paul Martin. Theme song courtesy of M&R Rush. The Rock and Roll Chicago podcast does not own the rights to any of the music heard on the show. The music is used to promote the guests that are featured.
Chicago, rock and roll.